It's time. Everyone got their cans? Do ya? Do you have your can? Okay, let's start. Remember, first we skim the top. Then we get the gutter. Then we blow. Oh, yeah. Now we can enjoy our fruitful nature of the gods, nurture of the gods, nature in my ash cup, nature of the gods, nurture of the gods. It doesn't matter. Let's crack this baby open. Whenever she spits, she fires. You feel me? Everybody, raise up your glass. And remember, you're special. You're wanted. You're kind of crazy, but we love you. And how close can we get, fam? Everybody, welcome to Thirsty Thursday. 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. All gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the power slap king.
Slapson, baby!
What's up, fam? Another Thirsty Thursday coming at you. What's up? Oh, man, the last couple of weeks have been crazy. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm really rocking the wife's swag here. You see that? Boom. Oh, man, the last couple of weeks have been absolutely crazy. It's kind of a blur. We got home from Vegas. It's been nonstop. You guys heard all about that trip. Now the week after, been a lot of recording for Power Slap 14. A lot. I had 2, maybe 3 really long days recording for the upcoming card. It's kind of gross, but real talk, I was sweating for like 2-3 days. There's no AC in the cave here. We're working on that, but just sweating like a what's an expression, like a whore in church, sweating like a pig in August on a pig farm. I'm sweating like my kid when he doesn't have any more excuses to do homework. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, what can I think of? Anyway, long days recording for sure. But that's good. That's good for all of us, man. Keeps us busy, keeps everyone entertained, keeps everyone with a goal in mind. So not complaining. Just this week has been filled with a lot of recording, a lot of editing, a lot of pumping out content. And what's funny is you get to the point where you publish it and you think, man, all this work and there it is, and there's still more to do. Levi, if you're listening, come on, son. Come on, son. We got this. We got this. There's so much content you can put out, at least in my opinion, for each episode. Some episodes pop off, conversation wise better than others. But having said that, even if they don't necessarily like pop off and you're kind of in the flow, and next thing you know, it's been 40 minutes and it feels like 6 minutes, there's still a lot of stuff you could pull out. So we're learning, we're getting there. Every time I'm like, man, have I done enough? Could I do this? Should I do that? But I think the most important, excuse me, fam. I think the most important thing is just pumping out as much as you can, as consistent as you can. We had some great talks that got published this week. We talked to Chelsea, we talked to Dante, we talked to Stunt, we talked to Marcus Deegan, we talked to who else dropped this week? I don't know. But we're still cranking it out, man. Prepping for New Orleans coming in next week. And what's cool is when we're in New Orleans, NOLA, when we're in NOLA, we will have had a podcast for 1 year, July 17th. I can't believe it. I'm right. And if we time things right, the 100th episode of just Slapson, so no sweet talks included, will drop on the same date. So we can have our 100th episode on our 1 year anniversary in NOLA. Not sure how we're going to celebrate outside of shouting everybody out on Instagram and saying thank you. Go to a dinner maybe. Maybe we can hook up a club. Wifey, if you're listening, I mean, we could hook up a club. Maybe we get a table, celebrate. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, can you believe it? Literally 7 days away. 1 week. What is it? Yeah, July 10th. 1 week from today will be 1 year at the podcast. Unbelievable, man. Who freaking knew? Who freaking knew? It's been one of those things where, as dumb as it sounds, because we're not, you know, we're not Alex Cooper or anything like that. But there are days where you're like, I don't know, I don't want to do it. And there are days where you're like feeling overwhelmed. And there are days where you feel like that went really well. Everything clicked. But overall, not stopping, here for the long haul. Couldn't be happier with it. It's so crazy that it even happened in the first place. Shout out to Power Slap 8, where Paige Van Zandt made her debut. Dwayne went up against, he's going to kill me. I forgot. But we had Terp and Vern. Who else was on that card? I think Manny was on that card. It might have been against Babyface. I'm the worst when it comes to remembering stuff like that. But shout out to Power Slap 8. The promotion got us in the seats. The seats got us to see the action. And the action got us to be like, what was that? And the what was that led us to having a podcast. So here we are, almost 1 year, 100 episodes in. Again, not including Sweet Talks. Can't believe it. So much fun. So much fun. And it's just the beginning, as they say. All right, family updates. What are we doing here? We can start with Pops. We can start with Dad. Dad is, he's still there. He's still doing his thing, meaning sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. But I will tell you, he shows up every time that damn contractor remodeling the bathroom shows up. Ooh, we don't like that guy. I don't know. He could be talking whatever, saying whatever, having his moments. But I'll tell you what, he knows when that contractor's in the house, he does not like him. And it is actually kind of funny. Not to him. It's not funny to him, but it's a little funny to me because it's like he's seeing a ghost or a being that isn't there, but it actually is real. Meaning, when people start to decline when they get older, when they have this Parkinson's shit, I've heard that they can start seeing things that aren't there, particularly if they have some sort of infection they're not aware of. So there are some things that need to happen, but they'll see things that aren't there, and they're like, "Hey, get that guy off the shed." Right. And you go, yeah, sure, honey, we'll get him off the shed. Let's go this way. But with my dad, the guy on the shed is real. And he happens to be remodeling my parents' basement bathroom. I can't talk. Maybe I need some caffeine. Hold on. Sweet, sweet caffeine break. Then we talk about my dad's contracting enemy. Oh, that's good squishy. Simpsons deep cut. Yeah, except my dad's guy on the shed is real. So he's fine, dude. He'll be fine. He's hanging out on the couch, whatever. But the second that guy walks in the house, he points at him and he goes, "That guy, man, he gets in here and we don't know why. Like, I don't like him. I don't like him." One time he was waking up from a nap and I saw him clench his fists and look right at my mom with eyes watering, and just you could tell the sadness / anger was in, and he looks at her and he goes, "I don't like that." And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna hit her. So I said, "Hey, Dad." I clapped. He's like, "Hey, Dad, what's up? You want to go get a beverage?" And he goes, "Yeah, that sounds good." But maybe the quote for this week is, "I don't like that," from my dad. That is so we get him out of the house whenever the contractor's there. Yesterday I took him to my sister's house to just hang out, but there's something about that guy. He does not like him, and he doesn't like that he sneaks into the house without him knowing. So it's a big deal. But it'll be worth it because the bathroom will be remodeled, and they had this massive flood in their house. It was crazy. The house is older too, so they had to update shit. And anyway, that's a whole nother podcast. So Pops is good. He's trucking along. We got him shoes now. Well, he's had these kinds of shoes for a minute, but we got him shoes now to where he can just slide in. Doesn't need to tie him or anything like that. He's moving a little more gingerly, kind of scoots a little bit more. But then, then he walks normal, like going upstairs and stuff. It's like, pop, 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 nothing's wrong. So that's kind of how it goes, like I've said it a bunch, but sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. But overall, we're just, no pun intended, we're just kind of scooting along with him. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, inevitably, we know what's going to happen, right? But, like weird questions. Allie was like, so you have to put him in a home or something like that? And I was like, dude, I don't want to think about that shit. We got enough family around. We'll probably hold that off as long as we can. But my poor mom, man. Yeah, when she calls sometimes she's got that mom voice like, are you around? Are you coming over? When it's a harder day. But yeah, that's just how it's going, man. Shoot, what's going on with Dre? Dre, I got no idea what's going on with Dre. He's just doing his thing. He's Mr. College bound, and that's good. He should be out doing his thing. I got a text from him the other day asking about taking the car out for a ride. You know, uh, so we'll do that soon. We'll get caught up. Give him a hard time here and there. He sent me the craziest YouTube clip. It's about this guy getting stung by like the most venomous sting. Bro, not into that. These people are crazy. Like, people will do anything for views. They'll do anything for views. Like, I would never take a bird-eating spider, or whatever that one is, and watch its fangs come out and gnaw on my arm. I would never get like a bee and like sting it to my arm. Like, no offense, YouTube, not doing that for views. I'd probably do some weird shit, but I'm not into let's inflict pain on my body and possibly poison. I'm not into that. But I will say, when it's done correctly, like the video Dre sent me, it's pretty entertaining slash this face, over and over. It's like when someone does a nasty dunk or a knockout, you get that guitar solo face, like you get that John Mayer face, so not into that for myself to whore up some views, but I guess it was entertaining. I watched the whole thing. So shout out Dre, keeping me entertained with personal infliction of pain for others' entertainment. We got Timmer. Timmer's up somewhere. He's fishing. I think he's fishing in Alaska right now with one of his grandpas. He's taking like a fishing trip up there, Alaska or Washington, something like that. I don't know, but he's stoked. Timmer's a fisherman. He's got a bunch of gear. He loves going. So he's going to have the time of his life up there. Lucas, what do you say about Luda, man? That kid, he's so intense. He's so passionate. We've gone from a detailing business to wanting to build a car to selling off his shoes to get the money, to get the parts to build the car. And it's all very intense. Lucas likes things now, and he gets these grandiose ideas, and then that's what we're doing. And then if it doesn't happen immediately, he is like, has a moment, but it's like, bruh, I know you want to build a castle, but where are you even going to get the cement? Oh, Dad, you don't know. And like yesterday, he wants to build a car now. And he's like, okay, these are the parts we're going to need. This is the steel we're going to need. We're going to have to weld this. We're going to have to get this engine and just pop, on and on. And I just look at him like, bro, no, we're not going to get all this stuff. And he just is like, ah. And I send him a text. I'm like, listen, man, I can barely tie my shoes. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to help you build a car. I mean, I'll help you, but I make no promises. Also, how about you detail some more cars so we can get the cash and you can fund this? Because the biggest lesson in life everyone's got to learn is no one's going to give you a handout. And if they do, there's definitely some expectation this way or expectation in other ways. So the best thing to do is just plow through it, do the work, hopefully earn enough money to go do the thing you want. And Lucas knows about 50% of that, It's the follow through and work. But the beginning stages of something, I got to tell you, there's not a lot of people better. Websites, names, business ideas, going on, setting up business accounts on Venmo and all this kind of shit. Like, we got that. It's the follow through. Anyway, so that's this week's thing is he wants to build a car. Like, whatever, man. I will gladly support this. He came to me today and he's like, I just need to detail 60 cars and then I can get all the stuff. um, to buy for the car that we're going to build. And I'm just going, oh, geez, that's right. Get the 60 details first, and then we'll talk. In the background, Dad's going, please, Superman, just let him get 30. Anyway, he's doing great, man. Shit, what else? Oh, 4th of July, obviously, this past week. It was crazy. Went to my parents' house, did the whole thing, and then next thing you know, I always forget my brother-in-law, Barry. He brings the big fireworks. We can't have fireworks where we're at. It's too dry and too close to the mountain. So, but where my parents live, it's free game. So we're doing the firework thing, and then next thing you know, bam, 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 bunker, bunker, like massive fireworks come out. That was fun. I went up to him and I was just like, to my brother-in-law, I was just like, thanks, man. Without you, we wouldn't have fireworks, which is pretty true. So he came through. Oh, dude, my sister Moo came up, the one that I stayed with for Bare Knuckle in Albuquerque. Oh my gosh, that's good. She came up with her kids. Her kids are freaking huge, by the way. Now, what happened there? They just like got bigger. Fun to see them though. They're inside being like, if my dad was here, he'd shut this down. Talking about the fireworks. Her kids are in the living room just going like, I'm not going out there when the big ones are going off, which was hilarious. And hey, they might be right. I mean, their dad has seen some stuff. You know, you can't be a ER pediatric guy, and I don't know what the proper title is. So, Moo, Davey, forgive me, but emergency kid guy and not be a little tentative from fireworks, because at the end of the day, they're just explosives. Let's be honest. I mean, they're pretty explosives, but they're still explosives. Anyway, they were like, you shut this down. So that was fun. And then what else, man? 4th of July. It's funny, right? Like, it's been so busy that it's hard to pick out what was going on when you sit down to do the pod. And I don't love taking notes, to be honest, fam. Like, I just like to go off the riff. It's more naturally me. It doesn't feel robotic to me. Even with the interviews with Slapson, I do some research on their Instagram. I don't do the wiki thing because I feel like everybody does the wiki thing. And I want to be able to always come across as genuine. So, like, if I happen to ask somebody a question that they've heard a lot of, I want them to have the feeling that I really am interested, though. Like, I really want to know. It's not just a checkbox. I found doing the podcast, a lot of people that do interviews frequently, they can get stuck in, okay, we ask the top 5 questions and we'll see what happens over and over and over. And I just don't want to be like that. So I don't want to be like that with Thirsty Thursdays either. So it was a hella busy week, a lot of going on, like I said, sweating in the chair the whole bit, the 4th of July holiday, everything like that. And so it's hard to pick out the moments. But in a way, that's good though, right? It shows you're staying busy. Not a lot of idle hands or of the devil type stuff. And we just keep trucking along. But the kids are doing great, for real. Allie's doing good. Oh, Allie. Oh, what's the Allie update? Well, the Allie update is this. We're editing up her course as we speak. Filming's been done for 2-3 weeks now, maybe longer. I don't know. We're also hooking up with possibly another ad agency to help get some leads going, to help generate the buzz we're looking for when it comes to expanding this brand that we got. So that's cool. That'll be coming down the pipeline. But other than that, I think she's just taking a moment, man. It was hella crazy there for a minute. And so now she's getting back in the groove of things. She definitely needs more sleep while we're in NOLA. She's been working her ass off, more so than usual, 5 a.m. wake ups. Sometimes she doesn't get home till 9:30, and then there's still more stuff to do. I think it's a misconception that people think when you run the ship, you have all this free time, you can make your own hours, and you can't. You can't. I mean, you can, but I guess it just comes down to when you're running your own business, what the business is, how big the team is, all the involvement. Meaning if I have a lawn mowing business and it's just me and my lawnmower, I can probably do a couple lawns a day, I don't know, on a Saturday, and then I'm chilling the rest of the time. But when you're running a high-end salon, people flying in across the globe, running around all over the place, literally sometimes from place to place, it's different. You got a whole team to worry about. You got the business itself to worry about. You got the bookings. You got the social media. When you're running 2 social media accounts, and you have to post, at least once a day, but it's Allie, so we got to do multiple times a day. And it's just go, 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 nonstop. And that's what it takes, though. I mean, shoot, I remember my dad when he was running the subcontracting business. It was similar in the sense of it's just kind of constant. You can't turn it off. You go on vacations, things like that, and the reward is you can do those things, but the reality is you still have to kind of keep the ship moving. So you got to take time out of every day to help keep rowing that boat. So anyway, it's been really busy the last month or so, month and a half. I don't know. Just from about, man, she's been running pretty hard since about April till now. Yeah. And now it's getting back to more of the regular grind. So which is nice. And we can focus on growing this brand and hopefully getting some automated processes in. So like when we had our product company, there were some automated processes that were in where you kind of did it on its own. And that's ultimately the goal, selfishly for me, when it comes to business. I just want to check in, put out a fire or two if necessary, but for the most part, just check in, make sure the ship's still rowing, make sure the ship's still moving, right? My ideal business isn't very, very much hands-on all the time. And in the hair business and at the salon, obviously, it's very hands-on. Um, it's very hands-on, it's very personal, it's very in your space. And when the outcome is what people are looking for, it's fantastic. And that's the payoff, right? And luckily we get that payoff, daily at Ash. But I'm excited to take this moment where she's not so hella crazy, focus on expanding the brand where we can actually grow it, scale it in a digital way to where one, another stream of revenue from something else that isn't just the salon is a big goal. But two, it'll give Allie options, like actual options. Okay, this is popping off. It's growing. What's the projections over here for the digital stuff? And then what's the salon doing? And how can I still grow the salon, maintain the high standards that are there? But I can make a choice. I'm not owned here and I'm not owned over here. I can take a moment and make a decision. And ultimately, and again, selfishly, from my perspective, that's the goal. So that's happening. We're literally in the thick of it now. So that's really the Alley update. It's funny. You log on and you think you're gonna be this talking machine, but fam, I think that's pretty much it. NOLA's next week, 100 episode, 1 year, salon, working on digital stuff, the boys. All right. Look, quick and easy one today, fam. Remember this. Be ashtastic or be last-tastic. You feel me? All right, let's let this bitch upload. Thanks, everyone.